how'd you get here?
I've been meaning to get back into this one for a while. I know people are probably gonna be like, what? Like, why this one? Why? You could pick anything, and you sit here and you pick this. I get that. I just did a playthrough of it for like a long time ago that you don't look for it. Don't watch it. It's bad. It's awful. It's from a different era, a different time. But I generally like. This is gonna be my third time playing through this game in its entirety. And I should not have the relationship I do with this game, because frame one, dropping it out there right now, this game is mid as shit. It is so mid. It is the most mediocre thing I've ever played in my life. It is not that fun. There are sections where you have fun, there are sections where you really don't have fun. It's a mixed bag, and it all culminates into this very mediocre game. So why, then, come close, why is the fan base such a f***ing dickhead about it, okay? Why is I shouldn't say why, I know, okay? Oh my god, this is reinvigorating things in me. I was talking about this to myself in the car. I was speaking like an actual, like I had a condition or something in the car. Get out of my face. I should have turned that shit off. I completely forgot. I was talking like I had a condition in the car, bro, because I was running through this, and I was racking my brain about it, and like, people hate this game because of the context in which it released in, because of the drought of good Sonic content we actually had, you know, like, it was a whole thing, bro. I cannot believe I just got hit there, but that's alright, you know, more embarrassing things have happened. There was a relatively decent drought of Sonic content, and then Mania came out before this, and Mania with Sonic Mania Plus tied into this, and that was like, you know, a good game. So people were like, oh shit, well maybe this one will be fire, who knows, whatever. So going from like a really good game to this was like, it was whiplash. It was whiplash, plus they promised a lot out of it, and then guess what? We got dick. We got absolutely nothing. So, like, I understand. I get it. I really do. People have every right to be mad about this game because of the context in which it released, and that's totally valid. But also, not even playing devil's advocate, because this is what I believe in. You can judge a game regardless of the context of its release. Now that, again, that's important if you care about that, the context of its release. If you judge games based on that, that's valid, and I'm not saying stop doing that. I'm not saying don't. I fucking hate this gameplay recording pause thing. I should have turned it off. I forgot. Guys, I'm on a different profile because I didn't want to delete my main save data for whatever reason. Cut me some slack. But it's completely valid to judge a game based on the context in which it released. That's why people despise Sonic 4. Sonic 4, in and of itself, is a mediocre game. It is a mediocre game. But when people say that, when they say it's mediocre to okay, they get lambasted. And do you know why? Oh, because it was Sonic 4. Not because the game quality was actually dog shit. Like, yeah, there's not great momentum if you're comparing it to actual classic Sonic games and not, you know, what it is and what it's actually trying to be. But like, okay, I need to explain that now. Fuck, okay. We're getting into the hot take parts of my Sonic experience. I've been feeling these and putting them in my heart and my chest for years, and like, I'd push them down. I'd be like, no, don't come out. You can't come out. You know, I'm like it's just, I'm repressed. The community won't let me say these things. So, okay. I genuinely think that Sonic 4 is a brainless, mindless game. And in that way, you can have fun with it. I think Sonic 4 Episode 1, you can have fun with the first game if you ignore the fact that it's Sonic 4. If you ignore the fact that they promised for a Sonic 4 and they promised a specific experience they didn't deliver on. I think actually looking at the gameplay they offer rather than the gameplay they promised allows you to enjoy the game in some small modicum of a way, right? It's not good. I'm not saying, trust me, guys, Sonic 4 isn't good, okay? But it's like, it's mediocre. So when I see a lot of people talking shit about it, because it's like, well, like, it's Sonic 4, and it's not, they didn't make it Sonic 4. Again, valid. You can view the game in that way. And that's totally valid because it's a context that places your experience with the game in a specific like time period or in relation to specific other games and didn't deliver on what you want. I get it. I totally get it, and that's valid. But for me, when I look at a game, I look at it in a way that is kind of devoid of outside cultural context, right? And I know Sonic 4 is technically in the game. It's the title, but like past the title, it's not trying to mimic a classic Sonic game in any really convincing way. It's kind of its own experience. And I think this game is very much the same way, where, we gotta create our little freak, okay. I'm going to be, I think there's one of the double jump in that, yeah, that's kind of the only one that actually fucking matters. Like, this is the only one that actually gives me something that I'm gonna care about, so we're gonna rock with the double jump on that. But, like, I got lost in the sauce, bro. I think this game is very similar, is what I'm trying to say. I think we kind of, like, what they promised for this game, what they promised this game to have, what it was supposed to be, was so much more than anything they gave you. Anything at all. What voice lines? I like this one. I like the little, the pansy one. I want that one. Is that an inappropriate word? I don't know. I'm gonna keep it in. Please tell me if it is. I'm sorry. Sure, we're gonna make him an asshole like that. It looks great. Give me that. But I look at this game in a very similar way to Sonic 4, if I can get a single fucking thought out. Where they promised a lot, and we had just gotten a really good game, so it was whiplash. Going into this was like, okay, this might be sick. No, they didn't learn anything. Like, the Mania team was just cracked, and they didn't learn shit. So I understand why people view this game in a very negative way, and some people even put it on a pedestal similar to Sonic 06. I know people that do that, because they, you know, the fact that this game is so bankrupt of any personality or interesting ideas outside of the Avatar character, it's like, it's enough to make games with personality, even if they're bad, you know, it's still a win, right? Like, that's fine, I get that. I don't view games in the same way. I just don't. I like to look at the actual game design of certain levels, of specific things. Can I auto make them speak? I don't care. I'm sorry. This is a dog shit story. Everyone already says it. Everyone already knows. I don't care. I'm gonna be skipping through the text. If you want to see the Sonic Forces story, go seek help before you actually say that. Make sure that you're actually telling the truth rather than just sitting there and lying to yourself. Or like, I don't know, maybe like some part of your brain is trying to be like, no, it was actually really cool and like it was really well done, and like get a doctor, bro. They'll help you. I swear to God, they'll help. But I like to look at kind of like game design, level design, and frankly ignore the context in which it released. I like to look at them in a vacuum. And some people might think that's a dumb way to look at games. Some people might agree with that. I don't know. Whatever. Everyone looks at games differently. But for me, this is just a middling, mediocre experience that I'm genuinely surprised got as much hate as it did. Like, it exists, bro. It exists. It is the most this game exists type of thing. I forget about it. I forget this is a mainline game that actually exists and actually happened. It matters that little to me. So why am I sitting here rambling about it for ages? It's your fault. It's your fault! You've been talking shit about this mediocre game, and now I need to come to its defense when I could have forgotten about it years ago. People said it was mediocre! This is why I think about Sonic 4. This is why I want to play through Sonic 4. Not because I like the game. The game's so fucking whatever. But you guys won't shut the fuck up about how bad it is. It's not bad. It's just boring. It's just so fucking boring. Like, the fact that I can talk about everything else and I don't give a fuck about perfect runs in this game. There's like 1 or 2 stages that are fun, and I'll talk about them when they come. But like, Bro, I don't even, most of the Avatar stages aren't fun. I like the Wispon concept. I think it is introduced in cool and interesting ways in some cases, but that also limits the alternate pathways you can take based on what Wispon you have. So, like, there's one path based on what Wispon you have. That's stupid. It's cool that they have a bunch of alternate pathways. That's a fun idea. But, like, why you have to exit the level to switch Wispons? Maybe you could switch Wispons mid-level. That would be cool. That'd be kind of technical. Dude, I don't like this game. It's just okay. Not even that. I would say it's worse than okay. It's just, it's acceptable. It is so mediocre. So why am I here? Why am I here? This little grappling hook thing could have been so cool. It could have been so cool if it wasn't, like, just another way of homing attacking. What if they gave it, like, a little momentum where you could swing around on it or something? It didn't just take you to a place. I don't fucking care that I got an A rank. I don't even know that's possible in this stage. I guess I'm not paying attention, but, like... Oh, okay. I need to calm down. Here's what I personally think about pretty much all of the content in this game, right? I'm going to give you a really quick speed run on my full perspective, right? There are 3 characters, right? Modern Sonic, he doesn't control great, but a lot of his stages are actually pretty fun, or at the very least, just whatever, right? So it's either fun content or whatever content. I don't think any of his stages are, like, abhorrently dog shit unless I get to one and I forgot about it, but you never know, it's always a chance. But, you know, very, very neutral. Very... neutral, maybe a little positive, because, you know, they're either whatever or fun, right? Can't really lose there. Avatar is a bit of a hit or miss. I don't love playing as him, so I think that puts him kind of lower just by default for me. He's not my favorite, but he is very close to Modern Sonic, just minus the boost, right? So very similar gameplay, and some people have found a lot of joy in playing the Avatar stages. And that's totally valid, and I think that's a super, a beautiful way of going through life, alright? So, for me, Avatar stages can either be or pretty alright, right? So right now, we're kind of like, I don't know, we're net positive, kind of, I guess, because, you know, you got some fun stages, you got some not-so-fun stages, but a majority of the content is just mediocre, at worst. Then you got this little fucking rat bastard. You got this little fucking piece of dog shit. This is the worst Classic Sonic has ever been. It is absolutely disgusting. They added this because, oh, Generations is popular, right? Oh, people like Generations, right? Let's throw in Classic Sonic. He controls like shit. His level design is awful. His music is awful. There's not a single Classic Sonic stage I would willingly go back to in this game. They are all terrible. The developers know how terrible this thing controls, because they'll put things to prevent you from falling into pits every 5 seconds, and they'll just try to shove you through the stage with boost panels and shit. They don't want you to actually play as Classic Sonic, because no one wants to play as Classic Sonic. He's the fucking worst. He has some of the worst stages in the entire game. He is dog shit. He is terrible in every conceivable way. So that puts us at a kind of a net neutral. That's why I think this is like a mediocre game when I think through it. It's like, you know, we have some decent content. Fuck you guys. I'm done with you. Oh my god. I cannot believe I actually just died in that game. Nope. I'm restarting. I'm not about to shit talk this little fucking rat bastard 8 times. I've never died in this stage. That's the first time I've ever died in this stage. Because Oh, this level design is so ass. I know it told me to spin dash. I know it told me to, but I had enough momentum somehow. Momentum loosely, because holy fuck, bro. I don't know if you even call this momentum, but people want to talk about Sonic 4. Shut the fuck up. Look at this game, bro. It gets worse. It gets worse. Sonic 4 has non-existent momentum. This game has actively dog shit momentum. Relax on that with me, bro. Please. Please. What was I saying? Oh yeah, that's why when I think about this game, it's like a net neutral. Because you have Modern Sonic, can actually be pretty fun. Most of the issues with the stages are just they're too short. Avatar, which is kind of a mixed bag of either, you know, bad or good. So kind of, you know, net positive there, I think. And then you got this little fucking piece of dog shit. I just can't, Oh, I know it's been said over and over and over again, and I know I was here to defend this game, but like, he makes me upset. This makes me actively upset that they were like, yeah, people are gonna love this. They're gonna love this, guys. Did you see how that momentum just didn't work and it shot me straight down when I hit a wall? Guys, they're gonna love this. The Sonic fans are gonna eat this up because it's a little classic Sonic. Oh my god. Fucking whatever. I've had enough. Okay, we'll get back to it at another point. But I'll catch you then.